Hey everyone, I hope you're all good. Yeah, it's nice to be back here again with you. And to all those who are returning, I'd like to welcome you back here again in this space. And if you're new here, you're most welcome too. My name is Gloria, and this is 1,000 Shades of Glow. On this channel, we deal with everything lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah, today, guys, I have brought you another note video. Last time we talked about the note of rose, and today I have brought you another floral note. And today we are going to be talking about jasmine. And jasmine is a floral note that is loved by many, but there are also a lot of people who find jasmine challenging. Whichever place you're on the jasmine spectrum, I'm sure the fragrances that I will share with you today are going to give you a little bit of whatever it is that you're looking for jasmine. If you like a heady, strong, indolic jasmine, I've got that for you. If you like just a jasmine that is barely there, like it's there but it's almost not there, like very faint, very delicate, soft jasmine, I've got that for you. Jasmine is a very rich and intense floral note that is used to bring intensity and depth to fragrances. It can sometimes present with green undertones, and it tends to be very, very versatile so that perfumers can mold it, and yeah, they mold it to produce a host of different aromas in fragrances. Jasmine is usually used mostly as in the heart of a fragrance, sometimes at the top, but rarely do you find jasmine in the base of a fragrance. Jasmine is mostly paired with other white florals, but it can also be paired with so many other different things, including fruits and woody notes, to help bring a touch of floral elegance. So I want to start off with this one. I'm going to be starting off with this one. This is Gelsomino Nobile. Gelsomino Nobile is one of my favorite jasmine fragrances, and it's by Acqua di Parma. And this one is made of Calabrian jasmine, a jasmine that is nice and very, very clean. Gelsomino Nobile has pink pepper, it has jasmine, tuberose, musk, and cedarwood and orange blossom. This is a very clean, like I said, this is a very, very clean jasmine. It has a little bit of greenness to it, but this is a jasmine that is not indolic. It does not have any indols, no funk. It's blended with that orange blossom. You pick up a hint of orange blossom, but mostly what you smell here is just jasmine. All other notes here are very soft and very delicate, and they allow this jasmine to shine. Gelsomino Nobile is anchored by cedar and musk, but those notes are very, very delicate. And like I said, all of those notes in here are blended in so that they allow the jasmine to shine. A very beautiful, luminous, slightly sweet jasmine. This is one of my favorite fragrances, sadly discontinued, alongside another fragrance that I love from this brand called Iris Nobile. That one is an iris. Yeah, but I love this one, and hopefully, hopefully they'll bring it back. Hopefully. Yeah, Acqua di Parma, please bring back Gelsomino Nobile and Iris Nobile. Okay, that was Gelsomino Nobile by Acqua di Parma. Our next one, guys, is this one. This is Gucci Bloom, and this is Ambrosia di Fiori. And this is one of a few flankers. I don't know how many they have, like 5 of these flankers. I'm not too sure, but yeah, this is one of many. Yeah, this is a nice little bouquet of white florals with a touch of rose and orris. This has a nice, warm, rich, creamy, luxurious feel. And this rose here is damask rose. Very beautiful damask rose. This fragrance is elegant. It's nice. It has a creaminess to it. It has a luxurious feel to it. It's quite floral, but it's not a heady floralness. Very, very well blended. I love the way they did this one between the rose, the tuberose, the orris. The rose here was put there to balance out those white florals. and to introduce a slight vintage feel to it. Gucci Bloom, Ambrosia di Fiori by Gucci. Our next fragrance, guys, is this one. This is Amber in Bloom, and I've recently featured this one in my Zara video where I did the Amber collection. This is the new Amber collection from Zara. And this one is jasmine and tuberose, and it has cashmeran and amber. This one is centered around tuberose in the heart. But when you spray this one, what you get is a good dose of jasmine. You get a good dose of jasmine before the tuberose kicks in. Yeah, guys, this opens with jasmine before the tuberose kicks in, but the jasmine remains very beautiful. A great balance again of tuberose and jasmine. The jasmine here is very soft and very delicate. It allows the tuberose to have center stage, and then both of those florals are warmed up by amber and given a touch of wood by cashmeran. This one is for people who do not like very strong tuberose. You don't like strong jasmine. A great balance. Very nice, warm jasmine tuberose combination. But this is like entering in a garden where they have tuberose and jasmine and they're in full bloom. It suits the name Amber in Bloom because you have those florals in full bloom, but then they are anchored and warmed up by amber. And that was Amber in Bloom by Zara from the Amber collection. Our next fragrance here is Jasmine, Sambac and Marigold by Jo Malone. And Jasmine, Sambac and Marigold is a mix of white and yellow florals. This one has marigold as a top note, which is a yellow floral. And then it has jasmine, it has ylang ylang, and then it has honey. It has honey and benzoin. This one is another beautiful, clean, pure jasmine. A clean, pure jasmine that is slightly sweet and honeyed by that honey. So it's got that sweetness, and then it's got a bit of a slight balsamicness from the benzoin. The marigold adds a bright, almost like a sunshiny effect to it, but it remains centered on jasmine, very jasmine centric, very clean jasmine here. I think Jo Malone did a great job with this one. This is one of the best jasmine fragrances on the market. Warm, sweet, honeyed jasmine with a touch of benzoin, very slightly balsamic, but it remains centered on the jasmine. One of my favorite fragrances. You guys know that I love Jo Malone, but this is also out of my Jo Malone collection. This is one of my favorite floral fragrances. Okay, so Jasmine, Sambac and Marigold by Jo Malone. Yeah, and for people who complain about performance by Jo Malone and longevity, this is one of their best performing fragrances. This is really one of their best performing fragrances. This will give you over 6 hours. In fact, I will say between 6 and 8 hours with this one. All right. Okay. Our next fragrance, guys, is this one. This is Splendida Bulgari Jasmine Noir. Yeah, and this is a replacement for the previous jasmine that they had, which was called Mon Jasmine Noir. But I can tell you that even this new version of that is quite beautiful. This is jasmine that is surrounded by gardenia. It has green nose. It has cashmeran and tonka and patchouli and sandalwood. This is a jasmine, but it's paired with its cousin gardenia. People who know gardenia and jasmine. In fact, gardenia smells a lot like jasmine, but it's a bit much more milder. And here, this jasmine is a generous one. It kind of pushes back and it allows the gardenia to come to the fore. It's got some greenness to it, a little bit of green nose to it. This has creamy, warm sandalwood. This is very feminine, very, very feminine, beautiful floral. This one is for people who do not like very heavy florals, very heavy jasmines. This one is, it's, even though it says jasmine noir, noir for people who know noir means a black or dark, there's nothing dark about this one. It's not heavy, it's not indolic, it's not heavy. There's no heaviness or density to this one. This is such a beautiful, elegant jasmine fragrance. Even people who don't love jasmine, you're going to love this one just because it has that beautiful gardenia at the fore. Very beautiful, very pared back, but still very elegant. Elegant white floral. Splendida Bulgari, Jasmine Noir by Bulgari. All right. Right, guys, for those people who don't like jasmine as much, there's another way to enjoy jasmine, and that's wearing a jasmine that is hidden amongst other notes, okay? Where you just get a little bit of a hint of jasmine, but it's overpowered by other notes, okay? So, YSL Libre Eau de Parfum. Now, in my hands, I'm holding Le Parfum. This is Libre Le Parfum. I'm not talking about this one. This one is a much darker one. I'm talking about the first one that came out. That was Libre Eau de Parfum. Voila. That one has mandarin orange. It has black currant. It has lavender. It has jasmine, cedar, and vanilla. So that jasmine is hidden in there. It has a touch of fruitiness. It has a touch of herbal, calming lavender, very strong lavender note. Madagascar vanilla that has musk. It has cedarwood. Very beautiful. But in the middle of all those notes, you still get a little whiff of jasmine. So for people who don't like very strong, obvious jasmine, you can wear a jasmine that's hidden amongst fruity notes, amongst woody notes, amongst sweet gourmand elements. Voila. So it's a way to wear jasmine. So remember, I said it's not this Le Parfum. I'm talking about Eau de Parfum, which I do not have with me. YSL Libre Eau de Parfum. All right. Another one that you can wear that has jasmine, but jasmine is not very obvious, is Mon Guerlain. And Mon Guerlain is another one like Libre Eau de Parfum. This one have lots of lavender. This is a vanilla-centric fragrance, but it also has lots of lavender. And in the middle of this one is hidden that note of jasmine. You guys, this fragrance is so beautiful. Ooh, so beautiful. Oh, man. Hi. Guys, when you spray this Mon Guerlain, it has a nice a burst of fresh, uplifting elements. This has lavender and bergamot on top. Those are two very uplifting. They have a freshness and an uplifting kick to them. But then again, it has a heart of floral notes, and amongst them is jasmine. It's surrounded by iris and rose again, as in the Gucci one that we talked about. It also has Tahitian vanilla, coumarin, benzoin, and licorice. A lot of notes that you would expect to make this fragrance very thick and dense, but this is a beautiful, soft fragrance. Vanilla here is a beautiful Tahitian vanilla. This is a vanilla fragrance that's surrounded by, like I said, that beautiful element. The lavender here is quite strong. And I know that there's some people that have problems with lavender, but lavender for me is an uplifting. It has an uplifting vibe to it. The jasmine is hidden in the heart there with the rose, again with iris. Beautiful touch of rose, a little bit of iris, powderiness, but this remains a very nice, soft fragrance. Really beautiful. This feels like a hug, like somebody gives you a nice, comforting hug. Yeah, this is so beautiful, you guys. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is a fragrance that I would wear when I'm like kind of going through, if I'm having a hard time. There are times when you're feeling battered and like you are going through a hard time. This is the kind of fragrance I would wear at a time like that, alongside other fragrances like Shalimar. I also love Libre. I love lavender, and I love bergamot and all those other uplifting elements. But anyway, so Mon Guerlain, a little bit of jasmine in there, mixed up with all those other elements that we talked about. Beautiful. A beautiful way to wear jasmine for those who don't like very strong jasmines. We move on. La Vie est Belle by Lancôme. This one is beloved by many, but it's also hated by quite a few people. A polarizing scent. I don't know why, because I love this fragrance. This is a fruity, and it has currant. This one has pear, orange blossom. It has jasmine. It has tonka, vanilla, patchouli, tonka bean, praline. All those wonderful things we love, guys. I don't know why you hating on this fragrance. If you're there and watching me and you're hating on this, please don't, because this is a beautiful fragrance. Yeah, so this is a jasmine that is surrounded by fruity tone, very fruity in the opening, has other sweet elements in the tonka, the praline, the vanilla, and is also anchored by a beautiful patchouli. The patchouli does get quite heavy. And oh, I needed to say this. This fragrance reminds me a bit of La Nuit Trésor. And a lot of people love La Nuit Trésor. I don't understand why they hate this fragrance. Those ones smell almost, they're not similar, but there's something that is so similar about this to La Nuit Trésor. All right. The patchouli here echoes the patchouli in La Nuit Trésor. Really very beautiful, beautiful. And the jasmine here is jasmine sambac. Very beautiful jasmine. You can pick it out. But like I said, it's got those other very beautiful sweet elements. It's got those fruity tone. So a fruity jasmine. All right. With lots of patchouli. The patchouli here is quite dense. It's got great performance. This is a fragrance to love, you guys. And that was La Vie est Belle by Lancôme. La Vie est Belle. Life is beautiful with this one, you guys. All right. Okay. Now, finally, our last two. For those people who are jasmine heads, you love your jasmine strong, you love your indolic jasmine. These final two, I did not want to feature in the beginning because I didn't want to scare you guys. These are the bad girls. These are the bad jasmine girls, okay? Okay, this is Dior Poison. Dior Poison, Dior Poison. I mean, this fragrance lives up to its name. You guys, Poison is like a very complex mix of spicy, of floral. This is incense. Oh my goodness. This one has coriander, it has cumin and anise, it has rosewood. This one has incense and opapanax. It has a very grapey tuberose, plum. This has peach, and the plum here is very, very ripe, boozy plum. The plum here gives it some booziness. It has carnation, it has powdery, heliotrope. There's so many things in this fragrance, and jasmine is in there somewhere. This this feels like it was made by some witch somewhere. Like this, I imagine somebody sitting in a forest somewhere with a big, huge cauldron, and they're taking all those spices and those floral notes and incense and opapanax. They throw everything in there. They throw jasmine and tuberose. They throw heliotrope and rose and carnation. They sprinkle those spices in there. And then nearby, there's some people who are felling trees and they're felling rosewood, and there's some fumes, some pithy fumes of rosewood that are mixing with all the odors that are coming out of that cauldron. Something like that. This is crazy. This is complex. It's dense. It's heavy. It's dark. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is not for people who second guess themselves. If you're going to wear Poison, you cannot be somebody who second guesses yourself. You cannot be somebody who walks in self-doubt. Guys, the first time I smelled this fragrance, this was worn. The first time I smelled this, I had a friend who was living abroad back in the day. I think I was about 19 or 18, and I was still in college. And a friend of mine was living abroad. She had gone and married someone. And I remember when she came back, there was like a big, huge hullabaloo. There was like a big, huge, it was a big, huge deal when she came back. She came back and she had this big, huge wedding. But the first time I met her, she was wearing a beautiful, beautiful green, like a flamenco dress. She was looking so beautiful. Her hair done up. She had beautiful hair done up, beautiful green floral flamenco dress, and she wore this fragrance. And that was the first time I smelled this fragrance. And I asked her, I remember the first thing I said to her, what are you wearing? She didn't tell me what she was wearing. She reached into her bag and she brought out Dior and she said, I'm wearing Poison. Oh my gosh. I thought to myself, man, one day I'm going to wear Poison too. Poison has changed a little bit over the years. It has been reformulated, and even though it's not the same Poison that I smelled back at that time, it's still a very, very beautiful fragrance. And this one is for the OGs. This one is for, like I said, this is for people who are they are confident. You need a certain level of confidence to wear this one. This one is the Queen of Jasmines. This has a tuberose, very strong tuberose, but jasmine is there somewhere. Really, really beautiful. And that was Poison by Dior. Finally, I'm almost scared to show you the next one, but I'm going to show you it anyway. Yeah, guys, this is Arpege by Lanvin. And this one, if you think Poison is a bad girl, this is like the worst girl, but she's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. This is one of those OGs, came out in the 1920s. And this one is very similar to Chanel No. 5, to all those fragrances of back in the day, but it also shares a lot of similar notes with Poison. This one does not have a plum, and instead of carnation, this has geranium, this has camellia, this has vanilla as well. This has jasmine in the heart. It has aldehydes as well. This has honeysuckle and ylang-ylang. This is so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You have to wait to get through those aldehydes. A lot of notes. It has neroli, it has bergamot, iris, vetiver, patchouli. This has honeysuckle. Did I say it has honeysuckle, benzoin, vetiver, sandalwood, you name it, all those things. But in the middle of all those notes, we have that beautiful jasmine accompanied by ylang-ylang. This one does not have tuberose, thankfully, because most of these jasmines tend to have tuberose as well. This one is an indolic jasmine. It has a very deep baby powder note, like very strongly scented baby powder. And a lot of people don't like that, but it's a beautiful, stunning jasmine nevertheless. It's quite heavy, it's quite dark, it's quite dour and dense and indolic. This does get indolic, but I love this fragrance. And this one I think is a must-have, even just for this bowl. I have the clear. I do have this one, and I do have the clear one. Okay, they come. Well, there was a lot of arpegges. I have this one, and I have the same bowl, round bowl, but it's a clear bottle. And I thought I brought it down here. Actually, I think I'm going to get it. Just hold on. Yeah, guys, this is the Arpege in the clear bowl. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it just looks like this. Voila. These bottles are so pretty. Really, really pretty. Arpege by Lanvin. Very beautiful. One of the most beautiful jasmine fragrances in the world. Right, guys? And like you have heard, there are so many ways to wear jasmine. You can wear very heavy, deep, dark, dense jasmine. You can wear a fruity jasmine. You can wear a fragrance that just has a touch of soft, delicate jasmine. It really depends on what you're looking for. But what I'm going to say is that you should not be afraid of jasmine. Jasmine is a beautiful fragrance. And by the way, I forgot to say, jasmine is like a foundational stone in perfumery. It's used quite a lot. A lot of fragrances have jasmine in them, so you can't get away from it. All right, guys. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please share this video if you can. Leave me a comment, please. If you have been watching and not commenting, I'd like to hear what you think. Give us a like. And until next time, guys, God bless you and ciao. Ciao.